So yeah, the microscopes do have some battery time on them, like you can turn it on, but they won't last for long, and if you're doing it in a classroom setting, you'll need to plug them in. So they just have a barrel jack in the back and plug into a wall outlet. So, and then you can have it on as often as long as you want, and it's LED, so it doesn't get hot like the old ones used to. They could just stay on. When it comes time to actually put a slide on the stage, these things have to go in a specific way. So it lays in here, and then you pull this arm back and that'll put it in. And then there is adjustment knobs over here that allow us to move the specimen around on the stage. And so you'll kind of line it up visually on whatever it is you're trying to look at, and that's when you'll move to your eyepiece. So in the eyepiece, you can leave glasses on or take them off, but you focus to your eye anyway. So when you get in the eyepiece, you'll focus with the coarse knob. You have to make sure that you're on the smallest lens to start with, and you can coarse focus with the small lens, and you'll see the stage move quite a bit. So you'll focus with the coarse focus until it's in focus, and then you won't touch the coarse focus again. Everything can be done once it's more or less in focus with the fine focus knob. And so you'll refine the focus with the fine focus knob, and when you've and you can, you know, adjust it, move it around to what you're trying to look at. Once you sort of get the area you want to look at, you're going to want to go up in magnification. So you can just swing this around to the next objective, which is 10 times, and then you don't want to use the coarse focus again. You just want to use this because you can actually run the stage right into the lens, which will break the slide for sure, but it can also damage the lens, and they're quite expensive. There's also an adjustment down here that changes the amount of light that moves through. And so this is what gives us our sort of relief on the slide. It's what gives us our detail. So we want to restrict the light until we're seeing as much detail as we can see. And that's the settings you're going to do on that. Don't use the coarse focus, like I said, just use the fine focus. You'll be able to get it into focus, no problem. And then when you get that in focus and you need to go up to the highest resolution or highest magnification, it's 40 times. It's critically important on the 40 times that you do not use the coarse focus, because it is basically right against the glass. If you move this at all, it will smash the slide. So you just want to use this, and you just adjust with this, and you may want to adjust the amount of light coming through the iris as well, just to sort of get as much detail as you can see. And that's really all there is to it. When you're done, you always move back to 4 times before you do anything else. And I always think it's a good idea to take the coarse focus and just move it all the way to the bottom too, and then you can just pull the slide off like that. Try not to touch the part of the slide that you're looking at, and that's pretty much all there is to using a microscope like this. It's pretty simple.